Hello, welcome back to another blast of gas. Today we're going to be looking at 5 puzzles from the gas giants Bill Murphy, Clover and Philip Newman, who populate the daily Sudoku channel with their brilliantly, genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzles. That's what gas stands for. And I like to take on 5 of those puzzles about a month after they get published in a go and race the clock to an extent to see if I can get, to 2 hat times for a very quick solve, 1 hat times for a quick solve, or a dinosaur if that all fails. And I still managed to finish. Now, there was a time when I had a streak of 102 hat times going, and that fell apart with my, I think Clover became the nemesis on that occasion. She defeated me on a puzzle perfectly fairly, but then everybody got in on the act, and I don't think I've recorded a 10 hat video since then. I'm not sure. I mean, that might be wrong, but it feels like I haven't. Anyway, we'll have a look in a moment at the blurbs that have been written on Discord for this set, and then we'll have a go at the puzzles. But don't forget, if you love gas, and many people do check out our apps. We've got 2 gas apps by the same authors who contribute to the Daily Sudoku channel, and they are brilliant puzzles. There's a hint for each puzzle in case you get stuck, so it's a really good learning tool anyway. And then you can move on to our other apps, which specialize in various varieties of Sudoku that you will probably encounter in these puzzles. So those apps are all available on the links under the video, as is Sven's Sudoku Pad, the guide to our puzzles, the guide to all our videos in a catalogue that's maintained by Vebi. Many thanks, Vebi. And we've also got the link to Patreon, where we will be releasing a new and fairly approachable hunt, I believe, in just under a week from now. So that's good news. Right, let us get to the puzzles. So there are 2 links for each puzzle under the video. In case you can't use tinyURL for some reason, I think some people block it, then there is an FPuzzles link and you could play it in that normally. So what do we get? So the puzzle I have on screen, it's called Antiquing by Bill, who normally uses song titles. Maybe this is a hobby. With thanks to @Jovi and apologies to Mark, today's gas is a sounds like you're coming back with an old Sudoku variant, 4-4 Sudoku. Oh, okay. Apologies to Mark, of course. Well, this is anti-king. That's a sort of crossword clue to anti-king. And I've now realised, as I had not a moment ago, that antiquing is close to a homophone, but apart from the... I mean, it's a good homophone. It's not quite got the right intonation, the same as anti-king, but that's very clever. And I didn't spot it. Antiquing and anti-king. Anyway, the apologies to me. Well, you see, I would have said that they were because in the last video, I had an absolute nightmare with an anti-king constraint that I just couldn't remember. And when I finally did remember it, the puzzle wasn't too bad. That was Philip Newman, was it? Yeah, resuming his title of my nemesis. But I would have thought Bill would have written this apologies to Mark a month ago and not knowing about that, in which case that's just embarrassing. But I mean, maybe it is well known that I forget chess moves. So, sorry. The rules are, normal Sudoku rules apply. So that's 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. That's what that means. Cells that are a chess king's move apart mustn't contain the same digit. And I'm going to have to try and remember that. So these 2 can't both be 2s. It's like a kind of diagonal no-touch rule. It's remembering those. Since there are less markings in the grid, it might be easier for me to remember the anti-king constraint, because it's the only thing to remember about the rules, but I don't know. Anyway, the next puzzle, let's go on to the next puzzle we're going to attempt. The Phisto King by Philip Newman. Oh gosh, do we need to use the knowledge of the Fistomafel ring, which is that this ring of the puzzle contains exactly the same digits as these 4 groups in any normal Sudoku. Anyway, sorry, I don't know. What does Philip say? He says, look, I'm all for taking back Sudoku for the people, but Bill's revolutionary fervour in testing has gone too far. Hasn't the King's move done some good in this world? Today's Choose Your Own Gas is a pro-King Sudoku. What's a Choose Your Own Gas? Well, there are two versions of this puzzle. The first is what I originally posted in testing. The second is the same puzzle but with some extra givens. This is, as at New Nemesis Clover put it, the Clover and Bill endorsed version for big wimpy babies, and if they want the real Philip Newman experience, they'd better do the first one. Her words, not mine. This is a judgment-free zone. I think there is a lot of judgment loaded into that. So, and I feel judged, but I will be trying to solve the original Philip Newman experience version. Hat times are the same regardless. Oh, that's cruel. Just pretend your hats today come embroidered with the version of the puzzle you solved. What is this rule? Normal Sudoku rules apply, and grey cells must diagonally touch at least one other cell containing the same digit. How fascinating. So that 4, or that 3, must diagonally touch another cell with the same cell. Gosh, no negative constraint. Okay, I've never seen that rule before. The dinosaur is an optional Oplosaurus. I have to say, my first impression of that rule and that number of grey cells and givens is, that must be genuinely approachable. Is that really? I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, it's one of Philip's harder puzzles if he's posted an easier version. Intriguing. So, New Math Sudoku by Clover is the next puzzle. With apologies to the great Tom Lehrer. As soon as I saw New Math, I thought of Tom Lehrer. Let's do some... Simon likes to think he's the only fan of Tom Lehrer in the world, but he clearly isn't. With apologies to the great Tom Lehrer, says Clover, let's do some new math. You can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3. So you look at the 4 in the tens place. Now that's really 4 tens. So you make it 3 tens, regroup, and you change a 10 to 10 ones, and you add them to the 2 and get 12. And you take away 3, that's 9. Is that clear? Crystal clear, says Clover. We won't even be needing any given digits. Now, what the heck are the rules? In today's new math Sudoku, normal Sudoku rules apply. Clues to the left or right of a row tell you the sum of the 2 digits in that row nearest the clue. Clues above or below a column tell you the product of the 2 digits in that column nearest the clue. So 18 is the product of those two, 6 is the sum of those two. Okay. For a bonus hat, finish within the runtime of the attached song. So she published the YouTube link to presumably Tom Lehrer's new math there. And I don't know what the runtime of that song is, but the dinosaur is a puzzled Parvi cursor. Right, interesting puzzles today. Qu'est-ce by Bill Murphy comes next. Little Killer, Qu'est-ce fa 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 fa. I don't know the tune. What is the tune of this? I clearly didn't know the tune of New Math either off the top of my head. I know it's a great Tom Lehrer song. Right, Little Killer, Qu'est-ce I mean, that reminds me of some pop song, but I can't remember what it is. Fa 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 fa, fa 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 fa. Better solve away. Oh, oh, oh. Little Killer, I'm never going to come up with that. Psycho Killer. Psycho Killer, run, run, run away. That's it, isn't it? So it's Psycho Killer, Qu'est-ce. Right, well, this is a Little Killer, Qu'est-ce. I'm not doing the song. Normal Sudoku rules apply. A clue outside the grid gives the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal, so those add up to 16. They can include repeats. The dinosaur is a murderous Monolophosaurus. Yes, I needed those apologies today, and I've still got one blurb to get through. Right, from Philip, the odd couple. In today's edition of Philip found something pretty unique and way too hard, so, givens, gas, we bring back gamma and epsilon Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, gamma and epsilon. Digits in cells separated by a white dot must have a difference of 5, and they've put the 5 in the white dot. Different digits in cells separated by a black dot must have a ratio of 3 to 1. No negative constraint. There is a spoilered hint, teensy gas 101 nudge that I don't get to see. The dinosaur is an epigrammatizing Eomamenchisaurus. What the heck? Oh, the dinosaurs are getting weirder and weirder. Who knew there were so many dinosaurs? Right, those are the puzzles. Let's go back to the first one. Let's try them. This is the anti-king. I've remembered it so far. Let's get... Oh, I've hit the wrong button. Let's get cracking. Okay, so 8 in this row, thanks to the anti-king, must be there. And the other two are 4 and 7. 2, 4, 3, 8. I've seen this sort of setup of given digits before. It often turns out to be harder than you expect. Yeah, 6 couldn't be there or there in that row. That now becomes a 5, and then we've got a 6-8 pair. This is a 7 X-wing. Sorry, not there. There. Now, let's look down the columns just in case. Shouldn't start there. Let's start with this one. 1, 3, and 7. Yes, 1 sees both of those cells. 6, 9, 4, 8, 1, 3. 2 sees both of those. And a 5. Another 7 X-wing. That's weird. 2, 3, 5 up this one. Oh, 3 sees both of the top two. Okay. Now, I don't know what to do with the X-wings. I want to just do regular Sudoku. Where does 2 go in this box? That's the sort of Sudoku I can do. 2, 4, 3, 8. Oh, that's a 5, 7 pair. Oh, this is the box to be looking at. 6 can't be in either of those, so it's there. Then there's a 1, 9 pair that I can't resolve. That 6 puts... No. All the other 6s that it affects are done. That was interesting, the 5, 7 pair, though. Why can't I use that a bit more? Oh, 8 in box 2 must be there. One of these is 8. One of them is also 6. 2, 6, 9, 8. 5... There was a 5 X-wing somewhere. Was it at the top? No, it's in those cells. Yeah, that is useful. That 5 X-wing means that uses the 5s for that row and column, and that's not a 5. Oh, it's not useful. It puts 5 in one of those two cells. 8, 6, 4. There's a 6 somewhere up there. Not really understanding this one, am I? 6, 1, 9. Oh, 4 in that box is there. Then one of those is a 4. 2, 3, 3 must be here. That's good. This is a good box. Maybe this is the better box to start on. Then that can't be 2. This can't be 5. Now, that's a 2, 5, 7 triple. So that's 3. That's going to fix one of the X-wings. 5, 7. That actually fixes 5 and 2. Now I can finish box 6. And now I'm away. That's good. Okay. 7 sees that cell, so it fixes this X-wing on 7s as well. Didn't need to do clever X-wing stuff at all. Thank goodness. 1 can't be there, so in row 4 we know where it is. That's a 9, 8 pair that I can't resolve. Up here I can put 4 in, and then I can put 1, 3 in actually. This is a 6, 8, 9 triple. 9 can only go in one of those spots. Then there's a 6, 8 pair. 5 and 7 are resolved by the anti-king, which was a lot easier to remember. That's a naked 4. A lot easier to remember than last time. That's where 5 goes in the row. And indeed 6 sees that cell. So we finished the row. That gives us the last pairs that we had pencil marked. 4 and 3, 6 and 9, 1 and 7, 5 and 9, 6 and 3, 2 and 9. There we go. Just under 4 minutes, so got to get the 2 hats for that anti-king puzzle. Very clever, Bill. That was a nice puzzle as well. Very nice setup. Right, the Phisto King. The puzzle that is the harder version, and surprisingly. Okay, let's get cracking. So, these must be incredibly helpful. 6, must see a 6 in one of those. It's hard for me with my system to pencil mark these. 8 is already seeing itself. 1 needs to see a 1 there, because it can't be anywhere else. Right. 2 is done. 3, probably there, because that would... Ah, yes. One of those is a 3 for that 3, and one of those is a 3 for that 3. So those two possibilities overlap there. It is a strange rule set, isn't it? 4 is either there or there. 5 is in one of those two positions. It's not so much strange in concept. Oh, 7 again. 7 is either there... Well, it's in... Yeah, there's another overlap between the possible positions. So that's a 7 by Sudoku. Let's not forget to do Sudoku. Now, they can't be an 8. So one of the... Oh, 8 is done in that row. This can't be a 4, so it's a very likely 5. Oh, I was saying 5 had to be in one of those cells, but it does. There is a third possibility. That is not a 5. Oh, it's weird, isn't it? This one's weird. There's a 3 in one of those. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's use this. There's an 8 somewhere there and a 5 somewhere there. Now I need to use the rule set again. 6 could be in... No, not there. One of those two cells. This 6 needs a 6 in one of those two. So that means one of those two must be a 6. That's not how to do it. There's a 1 in one of those places. There's regular Sudoku might help. There's a 7 in one of those. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've still got this anti-king rule in my head. That's not helping. There's an 8 in one of those and an 8 in one of those. That's an X-wing on 8, so there's an 8 down here somewhere. Oh, I need to use the rule set more. 8s are done. 9. There has to be a 9 right there. Oh, it's symmetry. Bother. I bet I can do this cell somehow, because something needs 2 needs to go in this row. There we go. Now, that can't be a 6. Oh, it has to be a 1. Oh, that row's easier. Maybe there isn't symmetry. I don't know. Maybe I've made a mistake. That's possible too. 3, 8, 1, 2, 7. So, 6 needed a partner, and it didn't get it there, so it gets it down here. Oops, in the wrong mode. 6, 8, then a 7, 9 pair up there. Now, this 7's had its partner. That 6 can get a partner here. This 5, don't know. Okay, what's going on in the middle row? Oh, there's a 9 there. That's how the symmetry was working. I just couldn't see it. Right, this is a 4, 5, 6 triple. All I can do is Sudoku on that. 1, 2 pair there. Now, this 6 has not been... So that 4 has not got a partner yet. Aha! Maybe I should have been colouring the cells that have got partnered up. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all have, and 5. Okay, 2 has, 3 has. This 4 hasn't. That 5 has, 6 has, 7 has, 8 has, 9 has, 8 has, 7 has. This 6 hasn't. Bit of symmetry again. And 5 has. Right. So these are the two cells we still need to ensure we can find partners for. It's like a matchmaker at a ball or something. 7, 9 aren't there, so they're out here. Good. 7, 9, I can do 8, 6 as well. 4, 2, 3 go in as well. That 9, 8 pairs done. Trying to ignore the rule for now, although it'll come in very handy in a moment, I imagine. Now, I'd like to know what that is. But 2, 3 are a pair at the top. That's a 1, 6 pair. Nothing's resolving this 7, 9. There is a 1 there. 2 is here in the box. 3 is here. 6, 7. Oh, well, that's got to help. If that's not a 2, this one has to be a 1. Yes. Right, that sorts all those out. Now, this 6 needed a partner. There it is. This 4 needed a partner, of course. Both in the middle. Right. This is good because I like this puzzle. This is very interesting. It hasn't really flagged. It's certainly been no giveaway, but it's been a very interesting ride of discovery about the rule set, which I presume Philip has invented. That's a 5. Then we've got, this is easy surely, 6 and 8 are there. Yes, 9 and 7 are sorted out by the numbers lower down in the grid. 5 minutes 40. Well, I'm pretty confident of 2 hats because if he's acknowledged that one version of this puzzle is harder than the other, there must be a reasonably generous allowance of time on the 2 hats. Very interesting. I like that a lot. Right, this one has sums of the first digit to the side and products on top. Mustn't get them mixed up. Let's get cracking. 14 has to be a 2-7. 15 has to be a 3-5. Now, the 24s, both in the same box, one of them is 6-4 and one of them is 8-3. But this is a 6 sum, so that needs a 4 there. Right, that's very helpful. This 6 sum is 1-5. That 18 sums, they are 9-2 and 6-3. And the 6 sum can't use a 3, so it's 2-4. This one's 1-5, that's a 9, this is a 3-6 pair. Lots of symmetry, again from Clover and starting in box 1 as usual. Now, a 14 sum, that's a 14 sum not using a 9. No, in fact, we can do the order. 9-5. Down here we've got a 15 sum not using a 6. And we're away. This is great. Right. I mean, I'm just filling in all the given clues. That's a 1-3 sum, easy. That's a 1-2 sum, easier. That fixes 1 and 5. Got a 7-8 pair in this row. That's 3 or 5. This is 3, 5 or 6, but for the 13 sum it can't be 3. That's now a 7-8 pair in column 1. Weird. Done that. This is a 7-9 pair. Right, we know that from the 7-8 pair. Then there's 1, 2, 4 left to fill in this row. 1, 5, 7 in this one. The left digit can't be a 7. But that's a 1, 5 based on those looking into the box. So that's all done. This is a 2, I think. Yes, it is. No 1 there, no 5 there. This is a 6, 8, 9 triple to be resolved. This 7, 8 pair not done yet. Odd. Right, I'm putting in 4, 7, 8, 9 as candidates here. That's a quadruple with that, so we get 3 there, which I could have got already. That's a 5 or 6. I haven't used this 11 pair. Difficult to use, doesn't have a 6 in. Oh, where is 6 in the box then? Oh no, it's in one of those. Okay, that's not interesting. Doesn't have a 6 in, doesn't have a 2 in. So it's either 8, 3 or 4, 7. So pairs again, weirdly. That 7, 2 is done. That is a naked 1. 1, 5, 9, 6, 8. So that's a 3, 7 pair. That's 4 and 2. The 3, 7 pair looks at the 8, 7 here. That's sorting out a lot of 8, 7s. 1, 3 pair. That's how it's done. Didn't see that. 5, 6, 9 there. 8, 2 in these cells. Something here must sort out these pairs. Yeah, 7 for instance. There must be another digit that would have done it as well. 1, 5, 9, 5. It was the 9. Okay. 4, 6, 9 as a triple there. That sorts out these. And a 1, 5 pair. They are resolved. This 6, 8, 9 is not, but the 2, 4 is and the 1, 7 is. So that's not 4. Now, just the central box, really, and the bits around it. Tricky. I've got to find some naked single, I imagine, now. Well, no, I could just put a 3 in the central box. Maybe there are other instances. Yeah, 2. There are 4 2s looking at this box, so 2 goes there. 5 now is in one of those cells. 1 is right there in the middle. 2, 1, 3, 4 is in one of those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 must be here. So that sorts out 4. 5, 6, 8, 9 still to go. We know 5's in one of those. 8 must be there. Right. That's we're gonna have to finally read across into other boxes that we left unfinished. That's 4, and that isn't. Now that's not. 7. That must be 4, 9. That's not 9. This is 6, naked single. Right, okay, I think we're done now. 9, 6, we get a 5 and a 9 in this column. I can't actually do those yet, but I can put 5 in here. Ah! Oh, I forgot this 8 clue. That disambiguates my deadly pattern. That's not too bad. I mean, I did forget it. 5:23, I could probably have come under 5 minutes if I'd remembered that was still to be resolved, but I'm happy enough with that. 1 each from each setter done. I'm happy with the times for once, and I really like the puzzles. Okay, it's Psycho Killer. I mean, Little Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Okay, let's get cracking on this. So we get some givens basically. A 2 in the corner. That must be 4, 1. That's a 9, 8, 7 triple. So the others in the box are 3, 5, 6. Let's try that down here. We get an 8, a 6, 9. Therefore, a 1, 2, 3. And these are from 4, 5, 7. Up here we've got a 1. It must be a 2, 3 pair. Very similar stuff going on in these. That must now be 4, 5, 6. That's a bit of a deviation from what we were seeing in the other corner boxes. And down here we get a 9. Must be a 7, 8 pair. That must now be 4, 5, 6. That's very analogous to the top left box. Then we've got a 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to have to consider some of the 4-cell clues. Let's try this 14. That is 1, 2, 3 by Sudoku. This one is different. 3, 5, 6, or 7. Now the most they can be is 8 with a 3 and a 3, 2 pair. So the least this can now be is a 6. And there's only 1 degree of freedom, so that can't have a 1. This must have a 3 in it, so that doesn't. Okay, let's try this one. 32, that is a huge number. Tickle in the throat. I'm going to have a little sip while I think about this. 32. No, what I need to do is put in these possibilities. Got to have another. 3, 4, 5, 7, and 5, 8, 9. Right, the most that can be is 7. Plus 9, 8 there is 24. So that must be at least 8. Oh, that can't be a 7. So we get a 5 here. Right, let's convert into this one. We need another 11. So that's not 6, 5. It's either 3, 5, 3, which it can be, or 3, 6, 2, which it can't. I was a bit worried by the repeated digit, but of course I don't need to be in a little killer. So that was good. Now, did that do any? There's a 3 in one of those as well. Oh, hang on, this column. Yes, that's a 7. Sorry, that's been available. This becomes a 6, right. These now have to add to 8. That's the maximum. So a 3, 2 there and a 3 here. That becomes a 1. 5 and 6 are resolved. We've got 1 and 2 to put in the bottom row. Okay, I haven't looked at this 17. What's this? 3, 4, 5, 7. So the maximum for these 275 is 14, so the minimum for that is a 3. That's no good. How about the minimum for these? 145, so the maximum for that is a 7. That doesn't do anything for me. Let's go back up here. Right, the maximum for these is a 9 and a 9/8, which is 26. So the minimum for that is a 6, so that's a 7. That's how we do it. Now these add up to 1 less than their maximum, but there is still a 9 in those because it's only 1 less, and therefore not a 9 in that. In fact, that is seeing a 7. And there we go. Oops. Sorry, that's what I was trying to put in. Now this adds up to 14, 23, and 9 is 32. There we go. So what's happened down here now? 27698. That's a 3. This one is not 3 or 7. That is 4 or 5. How do we... Oh, 7 is done in this box. There we go. 12 there. These add up to 5. They must be the minimum. 1 and 4. And that is going to disentangle a lot of digits around the corner boxes. All of them, in fact. And now we can just finish off with Sudoku, he says wildly confidently. 247 there. 258 is a triple. 139. Not really getting anything out of these. That's a 6 naked. That's useful. 368975. That's a naked 4 with a 1-2 pair. That's a naked 9 with a 2-7 pair. This is 158. Only one of those I know anything about. Ooh, so 9, 9, that's a 9. 2, 4, 7. 4 and 2 are looking at that cell now. 9, 4, 2, 7, 1. That is a naked 5. 9, 4, 2, 5, 7, 1. That's now a 3. Okay, and that column is basically done fully. There we go. 2, 5, 3, 9, 8. That is a 4, 6 pair. I can fill them in. That's a 7, 1 pair. The central box is done, and that must radiate out and finish everything else off. It's got to. 2, 5, 8 here. 5, 8, 2. 1, 2 up here, and 2, 4 down there. There we go. 6 minutes on the dot that time. Yes, somebody was asking the other day if they hit a hat time exactly, do they get the 2 hats or not? And I think the wording of the hat times is 6 minutes or less. So yes, you do. I mean, I don't know if it's 6 minutes on that puzzle, but if it was, that's how the wording works. Right. The Odd Couple by Philip Newman. Okay, this is, yes, gamma and epsilon, 3s and 5s, ratios in black, differences in white. Let's get cracking. So, well, that... Oh no, 1, 3, 3, 9, and 2, 6. Right, if there isn't a 3 allowed in a 3 ratio, it's 2, 6. That applies there as well. That can't be a 6 because that can't be a 1. Now, there must be a 3 on this one and a 1 or a 9. We know that can't be a 1 or a 9. So, 1 or 9 there can't be a 1, and we get a lot of this box done straight away. Good. Now, 2, 6 there. There's a 3 on this one. We know where that goes. It goes with an 8. This is 1 or 9. This thing is not a 2, 6 pair because that can't be 2 or 6. It also can't be 3. It's got to be 9. I don't know up here. Well, one of those has a 3 in, so it's in one of those cells. I want to say that makes this a definite 3. It does actually, because the other of these is 2, 6, so that digit is 1 or 9, and that is a 3. This is 7 or 1, it can't be 1. That's a 1 now. 4 and 5 in the central box. I've done some good thinking in this puzzle. Sorry if it's been a bit opaque. It's a bit difficult to explain as you attack it. Right, one of those is a 9. I don't know which of these pairs is 2, 6. Yes, I do, because that digit can't be 2 or 6, because that can't be 7 or 1. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Now this is 7. There's a 3 in the corner. That's the first one in this set of puzzles. I'm sure I would have noticed another such explosion before. Saved up till the end. Right. That's a lot. Oh, there we go. That is a lot of the stuff done. Now, what about this? It can't. Neither of these can be a 3, so this is a 2, 6 pair. Now this can't be 2, 6, so there must be a 3 on it and a 9. That's all the black cells done. The whites, yes, don't forget those. Oh, no, something's gone wrong now. I've got a 6 clash. Ah, that can't happen. Right, let's go back to the top right where it looks like, I think I was all right, but I said that couldn't be 9. Because I got that 3, 9 pair. Why did I think? Why did that have to be 3, 9? It could have been 3, 1. That's the point. This can't actually be a 1, so that's a 9. There we go. Ah! Yet again, Philip could be my nemesis entirely, of course, through my own fault. This is a 3, 1 pair now. That's still an 8. There's the 3 in the corner. The party feels a bit hollower for me now. This has to be a 7. Yeah, there we go. 4, 5. They're actually done now. So maybe I can still speed through this and rescue myself, but not sure now. Jeopardy has been introduced. This one still doesn't have a 3, so it is a 2, 6 pair. This one must have a 3, so it's there. That's a 9. Okay, we're back on track. Now, do I know what this is? I don't know. I'm not even going to waste time thinking about it. 4, 2, 6, 5. 3, 4, 9, 6, 5. There's a 2 somewhere there. There's a 1 somewhere here. I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at next. Let's look in this box. That is a naked 2. 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 7, 2, 8, 9 at the top. I can just fill those in. Then surely I can fill in 6 and 7. Now I can do 1, 8, 3, 6, 2. So we've got a 5, 7 at the top, 4, 9 below it. This is an I-wing, 9, 5, 8, 1, 3, 6, 2 pair here, 4, 7. Yes. Oh, there was a white thing that I had been ignoring like a fool. 5, 1, 8. That is a 4. They're not. 7, 8 pair not resolved. 3, 8 pair here. That's on the line. That's on the white dot. Ah, no, no, no. I've got 2 3s in here. It wasn't a... I'm losing my mind. That was not a 3, 8 pair. That was a 2, 8 pair that were not resolved. Oh, now I might well have forfeited the hat. I thought I was going to rescue it. 4, 7, 9, 3, 5. This must be 1, 6. Come on, keep going. 8, 1, 7, 8, 2, 8, 2, 7. So I was wrong. Thank goodness I spotted it. 5, 6. That's a 5. Now, 4, 8 in this row sorts out 4, 9 and 3, 9. That might be right. Okay, it is. Oh, it's still 5 minutes 25. Well, that should be all right. Oh, it felt like it was taking an eon. Wow. Well, I suppose it's a lesson in quickly spotting where you might have gone wrong. How about that? How about if I tout it as that sort of lesson rather than just not being casual and careless? And I don't know that I was being casual and careless. For some reason, I was convinced there was a 9 in one of those 2 cells, and that was a dangerous assumption. There was a 9 or a 1 in them. And then down here, I don't know, I just somehow thought that was a 2, and that I had to put 3, 8 in there. Can't explain those brain flubs. But I actually think I've probably got the 10 hats today, weirdly. We shall see. Miko Kisai will be my judge. And we'll find out later. Thanks very much for watching, as always. And we'll be back with more gas in 4 or 5 days and just more variant Sudoku tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Bye for now.